that
Could
have
be.
been conducted on me. Options. Um, for now, I'll just fly into the heart of the storm and see if I find something there.
Okay.
Well,
Make.
good idea as any. I say to Ivy. Usually we might as well fight something in the point of origin, assuming we survive getting there. No pressure though.
Assuming.
Make another piloting check.
Okay.
Or actually, let's make this let's make this a mini challenge.
Okay.
Of first, where is it? Perception.
Notice.
Notice, and then pilot.
Okay. Yeah.
And it should be done, by either.
I mean, if notice
You do
is
the notice.
notice is spotting for something like rubble or something, then I will gladly do my notice. Oh my god. I'm making a reroll.
Okay.
I'm spending my fate point. Now I have two, explaining that I am the freaking guardian and enforcer, and no mere storm will stop me and my allies. So I'm invoking that aspect, and I'm re-rolling. Nah, that's better.
Okay.
Nice.
You're definitely looking out.
Okay. And I will fly this thing.
Okay. So as you approach the center, you notice a pillar in the center, which is crazy because you're like 30,000 feet up. There shouldn't be anything like a structure here, but there is.
Does it seem to be floating, or does it seem to continue down to Earth?
It seems quite solid, and it has surface tension, like a powerful surface tension.
Well, it attracts me?
No, just that like it's held very tightly in place.
Okay.
Okay.
But with that revamped notice, you do see a landing area on the structure itself.
Ooh.
So I point
I
once
will
again.
land the ship.
We have landing zone there. It might be a trap because who the hell creates landing zone in the fucking place like this? So be prepared for anything. But we have to land there. There's no other safe position for us.
Ivy nods, right as always, and she steers the ship towards the landing place.
Okay. So you land without issue, and you're inside the structure. There's not a whole lot of room, but there's a big elevator bank.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for playing, Roger, and
Yeah. Thanks again.
have fun with Apocalypse World.
Yeah, have a great time at the other game.
Kill some zombies for us.
Yeah.
Or
Or bandits or aliens.
Or if it's
Something.
an apocalypse world, if it
Yeah, Apocalypse World. It's really player's choice what kind of the apocalypse they want. They can be typical bandits, zombies, aliens, mutants, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there
Use
some-
your weird.
yes.
Definitely.
And be really cool.
Okay, so you said something about elevator banks, so it means that there's like a room with a lot of elevators that can go downwards?
It seems so.
Well, there's both an up and a down button.
Ooh.
Okay. Obviously, as we entered, then at least in one hand I have already prepared a blade,
Sure.
just in case. So as we enter, I immediately like go commando style, like turning my head left and right, being on the lookout for any sort of danger. And I look at Ivy. Well, I'm not an expert in that cases, but do you have an inkling on perhaps what's going on? Where should we go? How to stop this thing?
Ivy's kind of walking a little back casually. She knows that Archer is, better at this stuff, so she lets him take charge. She seems like really relaxed and not phased by anything. She says, "Well, I don't know whether we should head up or down. I just know that this place feels really familiar. Maybe I can look around and see if I notice anything about the place that, particularly
Yeah.
reminds me of my past. So could I investigate here?
Looks like a good idea.
Sure.
I will.
I was also thinking
I
about,
just did.
yeah, because
Ooh.
investigate might be useful to figure it out, like feel in which direction there's a power source, because I imagine a place like this has a power source that powers the storm. It might be a meta knowledge, but I don't know. That's what I think.
There's something about the just the construction of the area and the particular color of the walls that has an associated memory for Ivory of floating.
Floating.
Yes, like as if
Peculiar.
as in being in microgravity.
That is really peculiar. Hi, interesting. I wonder. I tell I say, Archer, is it just me or does it feel like we're floating? Like I know that we're both standing on our feet, but just something about this place feels, I don't know, floaty.
And I just for a moment try to cut my other senses, that not to rely on something that I see, but what I feel. So I close my eyes for a moment, try to listen, to feel with my skin, and like breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, trying to. Now that you speak about it, let me feel. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure it out if I feel the same that now that Ivy said that. So do I get the same feeling or not?
That feeling of floating?
Yeah.
No.
So I just like open my eyes, look at Ivy. I don't feel anything. You sure it was this? You felt anything?
I guess it must be just a memory then, except I can't figure out which one. She looks kind of like, you see her frown. She doesn't look worried often, but this would probably be the closest she becomes to looking worried.
Is this the scenario in which this place is like ghost from your past?
I don't know.
I ask half
I mean,
seriously.
She says she responds like entirely serious. She's not even aware that you're being half serious.
Okay.
And she says, well, it could be one of two things. Like I'm missing 2 years when I was younger, from my 10th till my 12th. So it could be that I spent part of those years here, maybe. Or it has something to do with my my heritage. You know of her heritage. She has told you before that she has Lovecraftian blood.
Yeah, that's why
But she doesn't like to speak of it, which is why she says like heritage.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Just
I know what you mean. That's why I have an aspect that you are a great ally, and because of your blood, you are a major threat.
Yep. So
I
I don't know.
understand.
If I had to pick a direction, I'd say go up because I'm a pilot. I'm comfortable in heights, but
Well,
that's just
it's a possibility that whoever's running this place, assuming if there's anyone, they usually like to be on the top. They feel more powerful, men like these.
yeah. And
But
else we can just go
before we
down again
go,
afterwards.
is it possible for Archer to like look around because there's a landing place. So I'm assuming that somebody figured out that there might be people or somebody going in. So are there any? Can I investigate to see or notice if there are any numbers, signs, directions like? If there's like a elevator which has written down or a sign of like a power or something. Do you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to get here?
I'm not sure. Uh, but okay, so one elevator that's different from the others, or
Not really different from the others, just if there are any signs, descriptions on the elevators themselves that might pinpoint us in the certain direction. Like if there's an elevator, if you want to go to the power source, take this elevator.
Yeah, or like the room of the director. Like this elevator goes to the director's room. It's private elevator or whatever.
no, not really.
Okay.
You assume that once an elevator were to arrive, or if you to look inside, then there'd be the panel with your
Ah, okay,
options of what floor to get off on.
so yeah, we call one of the elevators with idea in mind that for now we will go up. I will agree with
Yeah.
Ivy's suggestion.
Of course.
For now, I'm agree.
Okay, so it's a pretty long wait. It's you're standing there like 10 minutes waiting for this elevator. But
let me see.
the sign does come up, saying that indicating it's on the way. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
From what direction is it coming? Can we see that? Or hear when it comes or something like that?
It's coming from above.
Okay.
Okay.
See? I told you.
Yeah, as I like wait for these minutes, I just sharpen my blade or like play fiddle with my blade in my hand, just waiting that if there is something inside, well, it will have a problem with me.
Ivy just leans against the wall and she's like playing with her gun.
Okay. So eventually the doors open, and the inside of the elevator has actually has seats.
Ooh.
And then I assume you check the panel inside,
Yes.
and there's ground floor, landing area 1 through 3, then station.
Nothing else?
Nope.
Okay. So I just look at Ivy, point my finger at the station, ready to click it, and I await. So, we go.
Ivy nods.
Okay.
And she
I
hops on one of the
push-
chairs.
I push the station button.
Okay. So it goes up, and you can tell that this elevator it builds up speed over time, and it's moving at a really good clip.
Nice.
But it's moving at this really good clip for a long time. After about 8 minutes of this, you start to feel this weird queasy feeling in your stomach, and a lot lighter. and that.
Would Ivy have experienced maybe a similar feeling at some point in her pilot training?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, let me see.
She
Yeah. I
she
mean,
mutters, "Too bad the albatross didn't fit in the elevator."
Still did too.
like to some degree, you guys are have experience dealing with this. I mean, certainly Archer has had to deal with some threats where off planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ivy has done plenty of maneuvers where where you're in free fall for an extended period of time. So so while it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, you don't have to make like a check to not puke or anything like that.
Okay.
But neither of you are completely used to like maneuvering your or just maneuvering in zero gravity, and over the next few minutes, that's exactly the situation that arrives. So there's the situational aspect of microgravity.
Okay, I just grit my teeth. Well, let's get.
Ivy will enjoy herself trying to bounce off the walls.
Okay.
I guess you can say that she'd be practicing, maybe trying to create an advantage for herself for later. Although, one of the big reasons why she's doing it is because it's fun.
Okay.
But yeah, she's trying to get used to the zero gravity and moving in it.
Okay. And
or maybe to overcome it.
Okay.
If that makes more sense.
I think, yeah, I sure might do something similar with athletics.
Sure.
Just to see.
Athletics makes sense. Ivy is not that good in zero gravity, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if it was just a matter of flying in zero gravity, no problem. Ivy would have it handled. But since there aren't any controls, it's just not the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just push the throttle or anything.
Yeah.
And she's not that good with her physical body. Like she can't fight for shit, for instance. She's only average at athletics, and she can shoot a little bit, but really that's it.
Well, with body like that, it's understandable.
Yeah. I really, I use my experience to get around usually. This is not one of those cases.
Well, you are brains, I am brown.
Yes, definitely.
So finally, the elevator doors open, and outside, from where you are now, you can just see the hallway.
Do I smell the fresh smell of experiments in the air?
Well, there's definitely a hauntingly familiar chemical scent in the air.
Okay. Okay, so this may be Magitech's doing.
Well, no matter if this is them or somebody else, this storm is a danger, and I will put the end to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all cool flying here, but I'm sure there's people living here as well who don't particularly enjoy.
Or that lived here and now.
Or that used to live here.
Yes. Yeah, I just
and had to have themselves back up.
Of course, at the front, I step out of the elevator with blade in hand, looking out for any sort
You
of
flirt
danger.
out of the elevator.
Okay.
Ivy bounces into a few walls first before she manages to get out.
Yeah, because the hallway we are currently so high up right now that even the hallway is under 0 gravity.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. So I adjust to my situation, like try bouncing between walls.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're definitely sure at this point that the elevator you were in was the space elevator.
Cool.
Ivy's trying to find what side is up, because currently she's kind of hanging upside down, which, there's no gravity.
Yeah. It's arbitrary.
Yeah. Whatever fits you, Ivy, says Archer, who probably at some point you might look at him like you think that he's upside down, and in reality it might be other way.
Totally.
Yeah. Just be careful. You probably are. There might be someone or something here, and like look out for any sort of danger, any doors leading to other rooms, something.
Okay. Yeah. Let's actually draw something.
Okay. Be right back in.
I'm
5
interested
seconds.
in finding out what they did with me while I was away. That Magitech. Yeah, I'll refill my cup with
that's
some water.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Alrighty.
And then, of course, I'll manage to spill all my water on my sock.
Oh no.
I still need you, sock. I need to go to Germany. Don't fill me.
Oops.
Archer. I mean, the name technically it's. I think it was one of the guys also from Fate Zero. Yeah, anyways. Minor. Okay, damage down. Okay, so basically we are getting some sort of map. Cool.
Yep. I guess the square to the right side is the elevator.
Yes, and there's actually more elevators up and down the hallway, but why bother drawing them?
I mean that was.
And then at either end there's a door.
Yeah, that was basically the place that as high as we could get. Because that was like ground floor, landing zones 1 to 3, and stations. So. Okay.
And as Ivy, as soon as you exit the elevator door, it closes behind you.
Okay.
And you hear over a PA system, "My dear Ivory, how fortuitous that you would return at this critical juncture. I look forward to completing the work that we began
Is it
so long
male
ago."
or female voice?
Male.
Do I recognize Magnus?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Archer is getting irritated immediately, like he mutters, "I know the fucking type. I put my sword so far up his ass, and he doesn't end." And he's just.
Ivy mutters, I share your sentiment, and she says, Oh, uh, oh, Maggie, how delighted to see you again. I do not recall our meeting before here. Could you enlighten me?
Says, "Ah, you need only come, and I will show you." And a light over the let's call it
The floor lights?
the purple door. Oh yeah, uh, the the floor lights sort of blink in sequence, pointing towards the purple door.
Cool.
I just look
Okay,
at I just look at Ivy. It's a trap.
of course it is.
Still, yeah, we know it is. Still, I go and I gonna kick his ass.
Sounds like a plan. And she like pushes off so hard because she's angry at this guy that she kind of bounces into the wall and ends up like at the wrong side. While I end up at the wrong side, I would like to take a peek through this door. Like if there's a window or something. Is there a window? I could make a chance roll, like a roll a d100 to see if I get lucky or not.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. What score or higher do I need to hit for there to be a window?
Let's say on just on unmodified fate dice, just a +1. It's fine.
Okay. I get a +1.
Okay. So yes, there's a little porthole, and inside you see a bunch of. It looks like. It looks like an airlock, and inside there are a bunch of EVA suits.
Okay.
But they look like they're top of the line EVA suits. In fact, that they're somewhere on the line between that and power armor.
Cool. I point out my discovery to. I say Archer. You want a nice EVA suit?
Sorry, for English I don't really It is like astronautics, like the suit that is used to go into the outer space.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, nice finding. Although,
what kind of EVA suit are they? Would they seem like they'd be hard to maneuver in?
They would. You probably wouldn't want to use one, especially for an actual EVA, unless you had some sort of piloting skill.
Okay.
well, I'm not looking forward to getting out to the outer space, so I'll probably take the.
Well, I mean, I could
road.
just take a little reconnaissance trip.
Or
You see her eyes glint.
I know that look. Listen, you do whatever you want. I will take this road, which leads to probably trap. But that didn't stop me
why don't
before.
you strap into a suit and I'll tie you to me and I'll just pull us both and we can do a little reconnaissance trip and then we can go down, Death Lane.
For now, I'm kind of more imagining that when Ivy goes to reconnaissance, then she might find like a, well, maybe not glass room, but some place where she identifies that Magnus is. So She might move into attack from outer space, and I will move into attack from, from inside the station, so we can make a pincer attack.
Yeah, sure, but that would depend on where he is, and we can always do that when we know where he is.
Uh, yeah, as far as your skills are good, Ivy, with my fighting style, I will be feeling quite powerless in the space.
Okay, I'll go for my own trip by myself then, but please don't run into trouble yet. Just chill out here for a while, and I'll be back after my trip.
I give you 10 minutes.
Okay. She hops into a suit as quick as she can, and she's just trying to go outside and see what does the space station look like. Can she take a spin around it to see what it does? As much as she can gather in 10 minutes.
Okay. So you cycle the airlock and head out, and so the space station is actually not that big. It's all black, and it's like radar absorbent material that you recognize. Not necessarily it in the sense that you've been outside looking at it before, but you recognize the material that since it's often used for stealth vehicles.
Okay.
And you can see from this point of view that there's a round section that is attached to the to where that purple door would be going.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Archer, you notice yourself getting just slightly lightheaded, and it's getting a little bit more difficult to breathe.
I think you should put on a suit, Archer, so that you can breathe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if the situation is like this, then I will go and put on the suit, but I am not going to the outer space.
Okay. Well, the door definitely closed behind Ivy because it was, a cycling airlock, and it's not opening now.
I'll come back if he calls me.
You know what? I'll
Can I spend a fate point to fortuitously come back at that time and come rescue him with a suit?
I was planning to either fight my way through it, just you stupid door, you won't stop my way, and I just slash it to pieces.
I have a feeling you would be sucked into outer space if you do that.
Yeah, that might not be a good idea.
Yeah, probably. So if you want to use a fate,
so,
then be my guest.
Okay.